Are we on? I'm all hooked up? All right. I got the sun right here. Hi, everybody. It's Zazoo Plazz, Leslie Plazic, in the woods. It's about 4:45 in the afternoon on Sunday, April 24th, 2022, for the Zazoo Plazz serendipity report. You know what that means. When you're just at the right place at the right time, like today, something magical happens, and you just want to shout it from the rooftops, right? You want to tell everybody about it. Wow! Like I was walking over. I was in a hurry because my dad's coming over. His 85th birthday is tomorrow. I can't even comprehend being alive that long. And yet he has, and he's amazing. He acts like he's 30 years younger than that and looks like it. But anyway, I was coming over here trying to decide where to have my report, all my, earthly kind of, mind chatter going on. Where am I going to set up? And all of a sudden, from over there, the blue heron is back. And he took the opportunity to rise from the water and fly magnificently over this lake over here behind me, which you can't see. I don't know. I'll just show it over there. He has since flown over that way. He might be back. But the first thing in my head was, oh my gosh, I've got to take a picture of this. Nobody is going to believe this. I'm not going to believe this. It was magnificent. He settled down over there, and I scurried over here. And then the minute I got settled in, he took off. And I said, hi. And he went, ah. Like saying, hi. But how many times? Okay, when I was out in Arizona, I had to walk everywhere because I didn't have a car. So I was walking along the highway. There was a strip of hotels, and I had to take a right turn farther down to get to where the University of Arizona place was, all the happening stuff was going on. But about halfway down, I reached a hotel, sort of at a side street, and all of a sudden, this was like a Saturday morning, all of a sudden, the Oscar Mayer hot dog mobile, no, I'm totally serious, starts coming into the parking lot of the hotel straight at me. And I'm trying to get my phone. I'm like, oh my God, it's the hot dog. It's the Oscar Mayer hot dog mobile, Wiener mobile, And just as I got my phone out, the thing disappears around the corner. And I swear to you, it totally disappeared. I didn't see it. Where the heck does a Wiener mobile that's a block and a half long disappear to in the middle of the desert? I hope this was entertaining for you today, because I got a lot of stories like that. But it brings to mind, today's the reading about doubting Thomas, right? It's like all the apostles are going, oh my gosh, Thomas, we saw Jesus. He was here. It was amazing. It was like nothing we've ever experienced before. And he's like, yeah, right. I don't see a picture. Likely story. Yeah, really, you saw the hot dog mobile, Wiener mobile. Really? Now, I'm not meaning to disparage the story of, the sighting of Jesus after his resurrection with the Oscar Mayer hot dog vehicle. But I'm just saying, in our daily life, we see amazing things. We see blue herons, which are extremely rare. Connecticut has them, but they're, it's not like you can go around and say, this afternoon I'm going to go look at the herons. It just doesn't happen like that. It's like, oh, this afternoon we're going to all be together and we're going to see Jesus. And, any minute now, he's coming. It's not like, my dad, sure, you can count on him being knocking at my door at 5 o'clock and expecting Chinese food and a cake. Just like every other birthday, how many truly magical things in life. Not that celebrating my dad's birthday isn't truly magical, and it's a gift and a blessing, and I love my dad. And yet we have these things in life that are unseen, or that we really can't share with other people because they're meant to be seen by only us. And maybe it's a test of our faith. How much faith do you have in yourself, in the universe, to say, gee, I've got these great ideas and I'm going to make them happen. And it's up to me. I've been flooded with wonderful ideas to take Zazoo Plazz into the future. All kinds of ideas. And I'm writing them down, I'm capturing them, and I'm planning on delivering as many of them as I possibly can. Of course, that's like saying, because we've got the garden in the backyard, and it's like saying, I've got this little garden bed, which, is all lined with plastic, and my husband put wood on the bottom, and it's all ready to plant, right? All the wood at the bottom is from the woods in the back of us. It's going to decay, and it's going to sink down, and it's going to make fertile soil to plant in for years to come. So it's kind of like, two birds with one stone, or whatever you want to do. You're clearing the old stuff and letting it sink down and make fertilizer to support the new, right? So it's kind of like, you have memories, right? You have nostalgia, and it's all serving a purpose to give you, this rich soil, this rich foundation from which to, become healthy, become more whole, and support yourself with the food that you grow, with the ideas that sprout, that you plant, Taurus is a good season for that. My dad, unbelievable, he's a Taurus. I called him yesterday to invite him over, and he's like, oh yeah, he said, I've been so busy. He's up at dawn. He's like, I took all the window coverings down and the blinds. So I cleaned all the windows. I dusted the blinds. He said, I washed all the curtains and I ironed them and put them back up. And I was getting tired just listening to him talk about it, And this is the house that I grew up in. And there's a picture of Mom on the dining room table, looking at him. And he said that Mom would be yelling at me, saying, Ray, you got to do the curtains. You got to do the curtains. Because he said, I'm going to be spending time outside. So he's got to explain to her. She's been gone almost a year. And yet, I get it. She's in the middle of the dining room table looking at him. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. I totally get that, because she's in the house. It's like, she's just on the other side of that wall over there. I hear that voice. When I take good care of my dad, I know she's smiling down at me. She's like, good. And when there's something I need to do, boy, I believe I feel it. I've been hearing planes, night and day, planes overhead, flying. I don't know what it means. It means I have to travel, or something. It means baseball. I'm going to hit it out of the park. Yeah. All right, so it's the song for the week that keeps playing in my head. One more thing, though. Okay, well, it's all related. All right. So we're in the sea and the soup of Pisces right now. We got, I don't even know how many planets. I've been watching my astrology videos. Everything's in Pisces. My husband's the end of Pisces. My grandmother was the very end of Pisces. I seem, it's like everything, like when you have a bath and you're done with your bath, and you pull the thing, and everything, and everything is like trying to go down, but it's, slow, and everything's kind of spiraling around, and all the soap and everything is kind of going down the drain, but it seems to take forever. It's just that's Pisces. Um, it's a letting go. It's like everything that's been washed out, it's experienced and done, and everything goes down the drain, right? And then you step out and you're a brand new, clean person, right? Or clean windows, right? You let in the light, and then later you go outside, right? Once you get your housework done and your windows nice and clean so that let the light in, then you can go out and beautify the world. Perfect, right? Okay, here it comes. In a Piscean kind of a way, it makes sense I'm hearing this song. Even though I haven't heard it for years, it pops up. Steam by Peter Gabriel. And the video is awesome. Watch the video. Peter Gabriel had those, like way ahead of his time, kind of with the little, his eyes are all like, little spirals, and everything is like morphing into everything else, and it's, it was awesome, MTV. Those were the best videos, I thought. Peter Gabriel's awesome, but that, okay, so the lyrics also are really perfect for right now. Give me steam to, get a life, let the dream, get a life of a dreamer's dream, or something like that. This is the time, right? You have a dream, right? How real is this? It's like Thomas, the apostles seeing Jesus, and Thomas trying to believe, and even though, what's real, what is real, and what's not real, and what do I invest my time and energy in? Is this going to evaporate? Is it just going to go down the drain? Neptune, it's a lot of Neptune, oceanic kind of, like if you've ever been on a ship in the fog or something. Here in New England, I've been on a lot of boats, and you're on the ferry or whatever, and all of a sudden you can't see, or you're driving along and you can't see because the fog is coming in, like in Rhode Island. We used to have the fog come in so thick that we couldn't even see our neighbor's house. It was there, but we couldn't see it. It was obscured. It was hidden from our view. And yet the neighbors, they couldn't see us either, and if you went, sometimes the fog would roll so that you could be, in a different spot, and it would be clear, and then all of a sudden you'd be plunged into this obscurity, this darkness, where you, like, I'm going through this period right now. I'll offer this to you and see if it makes any sense. A feeling like, I go places, and everyone I meet reminds me of someone that I already know, which makes you think that it's really, traveling is, you don't really have to go very far, because you can go to the other side of the world and see some guy that reminds you of your, some relative, or some friend you met, back in the 90s, or you were in grad school with, or, or meet some kid who reminds you of your son, and you talk to him, and he sounds like your son, and then you start thinking, oh my gosh, and this other person looks like my cousin, my cousin who lives in Seattle, who I never see, or, she's the oldest cousin in my family. She's she lives out there, and we rarely see her, but I can be going to some event and see a woman who looks just like her. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she looks like my cousin. It's amazing. They say we all have a twin somewhere, but I really think it's in your own perception, Another person could look at that person and say, she doesn't look anything like your cousin. Okay. But to me, she does. So it's like, did you see Jesus? Well, of course we saw Jesus. Well, I don't think so. I need to feel it. It's a Taurus. It's that Venus. You know, it's real. Is it what you feel? Make it real. It's real as anything you've seen, right? Peter Gabriel. I need to put my hand in his side and feel the scar where the knife went in, the sword. I need to feel it, or it's not real to me. I need to taste the birthday cake, Otherwise, it's not my birthday. It's not, Do I still have a birthday if I don't have cake? Sure. Is it as special, as pleasurable? No. I sent my dad this little e-card. I couldn't resist it. It was set to the Benny Hill theme, which is one of his favorite shows when I was growing up. I talk about it in the Zazoo Plazz book. The one that goes, and it's this, you zooming along and you see this turtle. He's got like a hard hat, and he's got a rocket strapped to his back, and he's zipping along, and it said, I was told there would be cake. So anyway, I'll leave you with that. I said that's perfect because, turtles are really slow, and Taurus is very slow and steady, but if there's cake, even an 85-year-old, he will be over knocking at your door. Where's the cake? I was told there'd be Chinese food here too. I like, what is he? I don't know, chow mein or chop suey or what's that other stuff with the chicken that, it's like sweet and spicy sauce and it's sort of fried, and we tell ourselves it's healthy, but it's not really. Well, you can make it healthy. I'm not cooking today. I've got too many other things that I want to do. Go out, talk in the woods and see herons. So, anyway, yeah. I think that's all I really wanted to talk about today. I've been doing a lot of development of, reaching out and, writing and connecting with a lot of small bookstore owners and airports and places where I think people might like a little Zazoo, all around the country and soon around the world. So just, look out for some special Mother's Day promotions and some other things that I'm working on. So I guess that's it for today. From the beautiful spring woods of Connecticut, I will see you next week. Have a beautiful week, and may all your fondest dreams come true and become reality. Zazoo Plazz signing out. Take care. Bye-bye.